Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kahaaniyaan, Huetopia. Uh, we are currently on our penultimate episode of season 2, and we're lots of big things are happening. But before we get into our game, let us introduce, or rather, let words are hard, especially at the end of a week, but yeah, let us go around quickly around the table, introduce the cast, and tell us what you do IRL. So I will just pass it on to Connie.
Hey everyone, Connie, pronouns they, he, and she. I play Wu Ming, our professional here. When I'm not playing Wu Ming here on Kahaaniyaan Utopia, I am the GM and producer behind Transplanar RPG, which is an all transgender people of color led 100% homebrew Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live streamed actual play campaign set in an original non-colonial anti-Orientalist world. We stream Saturdays at 3 p.m. US Central Time. If that's interesting to you, tune into our Twitch Transplanar RPG. We also release new podcast episodes Tuesdays. So if you consume actual play content better as podcasts, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you pod your casts. Just search Transplanar RPG and give us a follow on Twitter. And with that, I'm going to pass along introductions to, let's see who's beneath me, Bashir.
Hey, I'm Bashir Gauss. I am a freelancer, cultural consultant, game designer, and actual play performer in the TTRPG space. I play Kahaaniyaan, the summoned, he, him, and you can find my stuff at havocfet.itch.io.
Hippo.
God. Okay. Hello, I'm Kupo. My pronouns are they, them, and today I'll be playing Haiti the Snoop, or also the this world's equivalent of a streamer. Yeah. And what do I do in real life? I don't even know. Well, I don't know. I stream sometimes, and currently I volunteer stuff. Anyway, yeah, next.
I'm next. Hi, I'm Mo. Pronouns are they and she interchangeably. I play Nira, the divine, she, her pronouns. And I do a lot of tabletop content creating. Just yes to all of it. And back to you, Mariam. Yeah.
Yeah, and I am the keeper. And if you do not know what Monster of the Week is as a game, the keeper is the GM facilitator. And I do a lot of stuff on TRPG stuff, like in the TRPGs. I am a streamer. You can find me here on this game, and I write for games, and that's me. We'll get into that when we do our outros at the end of tonight's show. But yeah, now we'll actually go into our very quick what happened last time. And if you are new here, tuning in for the first time, I do not do that. I rather get my players to do that because it's just so much more fun. Yeah, so who wants to do a quick recap of what happened last episode?
There was a fight. I remember a fight.
There was a fight.
We went back to the city, went back to Koldak, and there was the Ascendants are trying to do some. They're trying to pull some fuck shit. So we interrupted them, and we fought. And I think Kahaaniyaan pulled one of them into a portal into literal hell or something.
Probably not hell, but somewhere very unpleasant. Yes, they are guarding that. I pulled two of them into guarding that portal for eternity. Basically, they're doing what Kahaaniyaan was doing for like 8,000 years. So
Yes.
yeah.
And
I remember that.
You no longer, you are missing one of your harm boxes to seal that. You will regain it if the portal reopens.
Yep.
So Kahaaniyaan, if you suddenly feel buffer, let us know. I know that from Wu Ming's perspective, both of the kids. What? Wait, hold on. Yes, the agency's mad at her, and she stormed out of the agency. I think it's been a little while, so my memory's a little hazy. But I know that
Like-
the children are like, we
Yeah,
can't
the
do this.
interns.
Yeah,
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 the interns
Karina
Get this shit
basically
out now.
got mind screwed, for the lack of a better word, and was incredibly shaken by it, and decided to essentially quit. And her, I guess, internship buddy, Seth, decided to take a 1 month leave of absence to sort of be like, nah, I'll be with you, I'll help you. And the agency is also not Agent Snow, your supervisor, is not very pleased with how horrible things are going in the world. Whether or not it was your responsibility at this point does not matter too much, as the agency seems to be at this point about results, and results are not happening as they would like. And oh yeah, I felt like Morgan, you were gonna say something.
No, I was gonna say that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. And I think one last thing at the end of last episode was that even though you had saved essentially a city water spirit or elemental, you, Nira, felt the presence, essentially the winking out of another spirit somewhere far, far away.
Oh yeah. She's not happy.
Yep. And with that, we basically start off right where you left off. You are in this sort of civic park with a big water fountain. There is signs the agency's sort of top members eventually come over and are trying to clean up the place, and y'all have a bit of a moment, a respite, to tend to any wounds you might have or to grab any supplies, if you would like to do that right now.
Well, I can't heal the only wound I have. What supplies could I use?
What kind of weapons are in here? What kind of how can I get myself out?
Oh, you're asking me?
Mm-hmm.
You can probably get the equivalent of like any sort of melee weapon, like basic melee weapon. Any sort of ranged, you can fill up your quiver with arrows. Just sort of you're kind of from all the agents and people with supplies, you could probably just fill up stuff as you are tending to your wounds and kind of just taking stock of what is happening. And you could probably, yeah. And Boog, I think, didn't take any injuries or anything. Boog's fine. And
Yeah,
any
I'm at
sort of
three. I'm at 3 harm. So are there any like med kits nearby that I
Oh,
can
yeah,
use
yeah.
to heal?
I mean, I'm a med kit.
Yeah, I also have the medic move, so I was wondering like how should we deal
yeah,
with
you can
injured?
definitely also stock up your med kit and or use someone else's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe in that case, Wooming will go over to Anira and be like, "Hey, do you mind doing the thing you did before with the magic?"
You want me to heal you?
Yes, I would. I'd really appreciate that.
Of course. I think she's gonna put like just a gentle hand on her cheek.
Oh, we kissed, right?
Yeah.
Did that
Oh,
happen
that's
last
right.
time?
That happened last time too.
I can't believe I just
forget?
remembered. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, she's gonna just put like her hand gently on the cheek and just try to send cooling waters to the wounds because I don't remember where the wounds are. Because it's
Me
been...
neither, but I've got 3 of them.
All
I've got 3 of them.
right, it's with cool. Okay, cool. The +2 for me. So let's see. Look, I don't know what is with dice today and me.
What
First the
happened?
mask thing, and now I got a 6.
Ooh,
Can I help
dear.
you? Can I use the help action to help you help
Yes,
me?
yes.
Okay.
Helping
All right.
you, helping
That's
me.
with cool. Okay, that's a 5.
How-
okay, that's a
how
5. That's
are
a
you
10 plus
helping?
3. The 13 with the power of gay love, Mariam. The power of gay love.
Maybe you like move my hand to like actually where you're wounded instead of
Yeah,
like me
like you're
cupping your
touching my
face.
cheek. Ooh, can I say? I'm like, oh, it's actually, and I like touch your hand and I like move it down, to like under my rib, where it's kind of bruised. This
Hot.
is in plain view of
Everybody.
of everybody, exactly, of Haiti specifically.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh yes, I live for the drama. So that's a 13 to help out. So I don't know what.
That I believe that just gives you a +1 to the check.
That's good because that bumps that up
Yeah.
to a 7, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't further injure your.
That's nice. That's good. Yeah. Grants +1 on the roll. Yep. Okay, so on a 7 and 9, you can heal the harm or illness as on a 10 plus, but you take it into yourself.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be because she's wearing her kertie, right? She can't
Yeah.
tell. You can't tell that she's wounded underneath.
Do you react though when you like absorb my wounds?
I think there's like maybe like the slightest flinch of a brow, but like other than that, she's trying her hardest not to show that she took it.
If you want, you can roll a act under pressure just
Yes,
to see
please.
if you.
I'm acting under pressure because I don't want to show.
So that is cool.
Motherfucker.
Dice want blood.
Definitely, this is
Demand
one
it.
of those the clip moments of roll motherfucker.
It's a really funny moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Wooming's, yeah. I
I'm
think
like-
it's. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna take that XP now.
Yeah, Wooming's just gonna go. Nira, are you okay? I feel a lot better, thank you. But what's wrong?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
No. There's something going on. Haiti, hey.
By
Can
the way,
take a-
you healed 2.
Okay, good. So I'm 1. Oh, that's not bad. I only have 1 harm. That's really not bad at all.
I have 2 now. That's fine.
I should note, Nira, that bleeding isn't actually better if it's on the inside. I understand you haven't had a body for very long, but that is a very important thing for you to know.
I said I'll be fine.
Wait, you're bleeding on the inside? What? Carnane, can you smell it or something?
Weird assumption, but no, I'm going by her reaction.
Oh, I just
mean,
figured because you're-
entirely fair assumption.
The place
to
where
be
you
clear.
felt sore.
Entirely reasonable assumption, but
The place where you felt sore, Wooming, you're seeing Nira flinch just a little in the exact same spot.
Nero, what? How?
You
and
know
I
what
think-
happens.
Yeah, I think Wooming remembers, and they go, No, I don't want you to get hurt just to heal me. Take it back. I can take it. It's fine. I've got a med kit and some ibuprofen.
No, and just gonna kiss you on the forehead and walk away.
Well, wait. Wait. Well, what if?
Katie, what are you up to?
At first, Haiti does want to pick up like another like a weapon or kind of skims through it because like they feel they are really inadequate in that department. You said there were
I will leave it up to you in the flavor, but you could probably
Okay.
pick up any sort of melee weapon, basic melee weapon. So like, there's probably like daggers, swords,
I have a gun
clubs.
I'm not going to be using for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, and there's guns. You can probably get a gun. But they're more like, sort of the muskets and arquebuses rather than sort of modern guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can definitely pick up a basic bow, and some quiver, like get a quiver of arrows.
Sure. I'll take a musket thing. Yeah. Cool. Sniper.
Excellent.
Um,
I will say,
kinda
because you haven't had time to train, if you get a failure like 6 and under, you may have some backlash.
bring it. Bring it.
All right.
I want it. Give me that. Give me those complications.
Guns
I love it.
explode a lot in this time period.
Oh yeah, no, guns were no goddamn joke. They were risk for both. They were double-edged swords, literally, for both parties. I know this. Okay, so while they're checking it out and like pretending they know what they're doing, like maybe glancing, they do see what was going on with the tension, shall we say, between Wuming and Nira, and like immediately like kind of looks away and kind of just, there's like things going around on their face, very complicated expressions. But I think after that, they kind of just, they pick up the musket and kind of head over to Karnane, I think. Or it was kind of just not like by accident, really, not really, just in their head and just like kind of,
I
oh,
think.
Karnane,
Haiti,
hey.
you okay?
Yeah, yeah, and after what we went through, and looks around stuff, sure, why not? How are you? Yeah.
I think he kind of passes over like a powder horn, one of the things used to hold black powder, because he's just kind of got a couple of those for the weapons he's stolen during his stay. And like it takes a minute and goes, so I'm not the best at human emotional register, but having a tough time?
What? No, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. Gravy.
The apocalypse is like a couple of days away. Like,
yeah, no, thanks, Steve. And he starts grumbling.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, yeah, apocalypse, end of the world stuff. Me just this, what, this person with a butterfly just recording stuff. Part of, I don't even know what. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
I think Gardane's kind of at a loss for words, but like hand kind of reaching slowly out for a pat, freezes, not entirely sure what he's just not entirely sure how to handle this.
What's gonna happen, Karnane?
I don't know. Sorry.
No, actually, that's kind of, honesty is, I'd actually prefer that, really. But I don't know, with all the choices you're talking about earlier, do we even have a chance? Like, what are the chances we get some part of survival? Like,
I mean, some part of survival pretty good. Say like everyone up there gets to say what they like. He kind of gestures at the sky, but you've been through a lot as a species and are still around. You're pretty good at making it through stuff. I think but that's us next few days. Looming, Nira, everyone. I couldn't tell you. But you know, hey, last time I was here, I figured y'all were screwed and you pulled it out pretty well. So
Thank you.
previous experience says you'll do all right, one way or another.
Thank you for that vote of confidence. But I guess for what it's worth, for someone who brings the apocalypse, you're not so bad.
His mouth visibly, like his lips widen more than the human things they should with what's there, just kind of revealing whatever bits of whatever insectile mouth is beneath as he grins wider than he has probably since you've met him. That means a lot. Thank you. That is probably the nicest thing anyone has ever said about me in my life.
And Haiti just kind of looks at Carnane. Well, actually, maybe you shouldn't. You could tone down the smile. It's actually kind of lightning.
And
But-
you see behind you where people are starting to basically, like, the cordoned off area is starting to slowly no longer be as cleanup is happening. You see like a family with like a baby, and the baby is in your direction and goes,
Just start crying. Yes.
Lips slowly sew back together and like bend back over. Oh right, yeah, that going to need to be a bit more careful about that. Getting harder to keep up.
and you suddenly hear booming. You see some of the agents kind of quickly whispering amongst each other, and then a lot of them starting to run in the direction of the agency.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, hey, what's going on?
We just got news that the agency is under attack. We were all
Is there
here.
like a group message from the agency I'm not a part of or something? I'll be right back.
Were you not issued a voice stone, like essentially a walkie-talkie?
You get a voice stone? I've been told that was reserved for veteran agents. Oh, this is ridiculous.
No, everybody
7 years
gets
of my
one.
life.
Wait, Karina and Saf didn't tell you?
Can I take harm from that? Can I take harm?
From the
you want.
interns, no less. No invite from the interns.
Emotional harm.
Yeah, for real. Okay, I'm gonna take 1 point of emotional harm. If that's okay, I'm back at 2.
Sure.
I'm doing this to myself. Wooming staggers. This is just. Well, that's. I'll be right back. Okay. I think there's something going on with the agency. Unless you want to come with. This is like
As you
companions.
ask the group, Carnane, you feel this sense of anxiety and downright panic, not from you, but from the bond that you and your summoner and current house guest that you are, Salim.
Carnane kind of freezes. You take care of that. I need to check in on Salim and make sure he's all right.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Haiti, Nira, do you want to come with?
We're splitting up now. Of all times.
Do you want to go with Carnane then? If we 2 and 2.
And Nira, when you felt sort of that winking out of life with the water spirit far off somewhere, because I think you did actually spend your luck points. You get this urgency tug from the divine feeling of like there's something big happening at the ritual site now.
And I think as being questioned near, it kind of like zones out for a second as her eyes go white because the greater goods are the higher ups are calling her, and she blinks back in. She's like, "I think it's starting.
What's
What?
starting?
The ritual."
Oh my god. Okay.
Katie just does the mind blow like.
Okay, how about this? Carnane, you go take care of what you have to do. I have to check in on the agency. I can't. My friends, the people I know, they're there. I have to make sure they're okay. Haiti, what you do is up to you, but Nira, maybe we can all just rendezvous at the ritual site.
I'm going
say,
now.
Half an hour? Okay. I'll see you in 30.
Yeah, I'll have my minions join you at the ritual site. I'm gonna check in on Salim personally. And Haiti,
Haiti, you know what? I could use a hand. Why don't you come with me?
Yeah. No. I was gonna go with you. Good luck,
All right.
Nane.
you
All right.
too.
I'll see y'all later. And
See
I
you on
think
30.
Safe.
I think Nira's gonna just run.
Okay.
Be safe. And yeah, it's also gonna book it.
Oh, I was like, oh.
So splitting the party was not what I meant when I said y'all pick one thing to do.
Look, if this is our downfall, you know what? It happens.
Sorry.
We're gonna get killed one by one, aren't we?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Maybe, who knows? So I will give you the opportunity to regroup. If you think it is, or to rethink of sort of like, okay, this is either going to be handled well or by whoever or whatever, I'm going to go help. And I'm going to say that for the purposes of making it somewhat believable, and especially since Haiti, you have the tech, you could easily fashion voice stones for the four of you. So you can have your own little walkie-talkie thing, because you have a whole bunch of tech.
I dig it. So are we backtracking or?
I'm gonna say
little
that when you see sort of like people, it's like voice. Wait, you never had a voice. You didn't have a voice stone. You could either like grab a couple off of fleeing fleeing agency people, or
Some of
someone.
the cultists may have had voice stones.
Yeah.
Just
well the 2 of 3 of them are currently in a portal.
fair. Oh god, we grab the third voice stone, open it up, and it's just faint yelling.
Yeah, I think I have something in my kit, but also like maybe grab some fallen agents earpieces and kind of twiddle around with it to make sure they're on like the same fantasy bandwidth, and then frequency.
Same fantasy bandwidth, yes.
And right before everyone leaves, I kind of near it. Well, I mean, I know you're practically divine and all, and you're awesome, but here, take this, Carnane, and chucks it at Carnane, and Wu Ming, here. Now you're part of the chat. So
what do I do with this?
You put it on your ear. See, it looks like an earring, so it looks like you're fashionable, right? Cool, right? Anyways, put it on your ear, and then can you hear me?
Reading you loud and clear. Wait, if these are agency voice stones, can we list it in on the agency with these?
Well, I mean, I can figure it around on the frequency. But yes, right now I made it so that it's just private, like just
Excellent.
us. But yes.
After this is over, I will develop a new hobby.
Oh
But-
God.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. But yeah,
It's
okay.
gonna be Courtney's retirement hobby. Pogum's done? Yeah, sure. Ooh, we got raiders. Hello, raiders.
Ooh, hello,
Hello.
raiders.
Hello,
What up,
welcome,
Welcome.
welcome. Thank you for raiding.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Welcome.
rating. You have you have come in at a point where I
Where we
basically
split the
said
party.
you can only pick one thing to do out of the 3 things that are happening.
Look,
And
you said
We
you
chose
could pick
all of
one.
them.
You didn't say you all had to pick one thing together.
That's
Yes.
true. You never specify that, Mariam. So
I think I did
And mate.
specify it in the
Each
Discord, but
No.
Wooming's gonna say to Haiti, "You got an agency stone and I didn't."
No, I just picked them. Okay, don't be mad, but I picked them off the ground from people who have already fallen. They're not going into use anyway.
Haiti, that's
What?
okay. Whatever. We don't have time for this. Okay,
Yeah.
the world is ending.
Yeah,
bad
let's
things
go.
are happening. You come
Yep.
with me. And
Yep.
Wooming's gonna sort of like grab Hades or by the scruff and like pop Haiti on Boog, and I'll also sit on Boog and sort of Wooming sort of like big swooning Haiti from behind. Yeah, sort of like squeeze Boog's flank and have my stag take off into the air, I guess.
You know, so I know I don't. I like, and like as you could just hear the voice. I know I said I like it rough, but
Oh yeah,
beautiful. I love
you
that.
just hear Wooming say, "I saw that coming a mile away." Soar into the air.
okay, so yeah, so the way I'm going to resolve this because of loopholes is I will present all 3 of you with the scenarios you see. If you feel like you want to regroup, you will have an opportunity to essentially walk away and go back to join another person. And before you even deal with what the encounter presents, at the same time, if you decide to engage in whatever is happening, you will also still have the option to basically flee and regroup. But that will then become a roll about whether you can successfully escape.
Alright.
And with that, let us start off with Carnane and Salim. So
All
Carnane,
right.
as you head in the direction of Salim's house, and you sort of are feeling that outright panic, you are starting to see what looks like fire in the direction of Salim's home. You see people rushing in as you sort of pull the corner to be on the same street. You see people running in the basically away from you in the opposite direction. And you hear the crackling of fire, and you start to feel the heat just a little bit. Like you're not the one on fire, but you're starting to feel the heat of that bond through that bond link that you have. And you see there is like about 6 or 7 robed figures flying over, and you're not sure how many more there are. Now, because I recently read another book and found out a couple of things in terms of magic, because of your bond, I'm gonna say that you could possibly use your magic to essentially go down the link and sort of have an empath, or use your summoner's senses to get an idea of what is going on.
That
And that
sounds
would
like a plan.
Yeah, so that would be a use magic, but before you roll, I will tell you what happens so that you are aware of what's going to happen and may choose to do a different thing.
Mhm.
Um, if you decide to open up your brain to feel the emotions and I would say senses, you roll weird. Um, if you succeed, you get a very kind of like you get a hazy to clear depending on how well you rolled of what's going on, which will give you a +1 forward for acting on this knowledge. If you miss, you will be overwhelmed with emotions, which I think will probably be the equivalent of taking some harm.
All right. And this is for so this is
Weird.
miss, take some harm, hit,
You
get a
use
hazy connection.
senses.
Yeah. Cool. I'm going to give it a shot. That is 5, 11, 13.
All right. You kind of, do the whole ward thing of your eyes roll over, and you are now basically going down that bond, and you are now seeing through Salim's eyes and Salim's senses, and it is just fire, fire everywhere. Things are burning up. You actually see some of your stuff that you've hoarded are burnt to a crisp at this point. And you see that there is two people basically trying to, it looks like they were looking for you, or looking for maybe a particular book, the summon, and are currently you see Salim is tied up, and they're just asking, where's the book, where's the book, and kind of like every time Salim's like, what, I don't know where it is, they're kind of shooting a little bit of like fire at his feet, and then sort of like another person's just pouring water on it to then again, like, they're essentially interrogating for information. And because of all this fire, the house is smoking and whatever. And one of the mages in front saying, like, look, we are going to find that book one way or another because we do not want him from interfering with our plans. If he's
I'm
not going
going
to
into the
join
house.
us, if he's not going to join us, well, he's going to serve us.
All right. I'm going into the house.
Okay. And we're going to quickly go to the agency, where the two of you are heading off, and you see definitely there's fire in the distance. And it looks like there is about 12, a dozen, it's hard to count very quickly. There's a lot more flying robed figures sort of swarming around and throwing all sort of like fire and stone and things at it, and the agency is trying to sort of from afar go like using ranged and weapons and guns to try to deal with it, but it seems like the mages seem to be avoiding most of it and not taking any sort of damage, and the building is on fire
Okay.
as you're approaching.
So, dear keeper, I know
Yes.
this building inside and out, right? Is there like just a section that's just got like a barrel of flammable oil? Or something?
Yeah, it's further in probably a lead room for preventing these sort of preventing exactly this, like, accidents from happening.
Okay. Is the barrel near where any of the mages might be?
They're currently a couple of feet above, but if you manage to trigger the explosion, yeah, they're probably in the blast radius.
Okay. I want to shoot that thing with my arrow and see if I can like
It is in a lead, like in the middle of the building. So you
Okay.
would, if you were to go in and trigger that, you would have to figure out a way to get out of there really quick.
Where are the mages? Are they outside with us as well?
They're outside right now. They're kind of flying around the building.
Okay.
Okay.
Like they're
I'll-
not storming it from the inside. They're basically like just from above, like fire from above. Which is why they're being very annoying to the agency members down below.
Okay.
And you noticed all the horses and whatever mounts have all been like their what's the word? The rope, the not leash. It's
Rained?
their reins have been, yes, thank you. Their reins
Mhm.
have been slashed off, and it seems
Uh-huh.
like and they've kind of disappeared somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Haiti, did you have something?
Oh, I was just gonna straight up try to use my mayhem talent, like find some heavy debris and just chuck it at them, like just throwing literally it's like stones or something at the
Yeah, you certainly
Big-
can.
stones at the freaking wizard birds and just
And that
hopefully.
is, I think that's like from the summoned playbook.
Yeah,
Mayhem?
it's from the summon
Mhm.
playbook.
Okay, so
Last time I used it, it was for my baby, like destroying a store. Let's actually use it in combat. What
okay,
is it?
so I will say
that
with the
be-
large
kick-
debris, it'll be, I'll say it's equivalent of, I would say, a Lampo, so like 3 harm.
Okay. Is that what?
So
roll- is
you
that
would basically do a
kick some
kick
ass?
ass, yeah, kick some ass, and then after
God.
that,
Why did I do
you will have to roll plus harm to see how much damage you do. So
Okay.
you'll get a +3 on the harm roll.
+3 on the harm roll?
Because that's why we have to establish what harm it does before you.
Okay. This is great. Okay. Let me see.
All right, what'd you roll?
Let's just say
Was it a 6 or
No.
a 5? Lower? Okay. Damn.
Oh. Oh.
it was a fail.
Well, you
Oh,
get an
no.
XP point.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Can I try to help out just to see if I'll get a 12 plus
Sure.
or like a 10
How?
a 10
But
plus?
the thing is that how are you helping? Haiti.
I mean, I'll also
swing
be
this
providing
debris.
I'll be providing covering fire from my longbow to sort of like
Okay.
like take like with my arrows. It's gonna have to be a high roll.
Okay.
Yikes. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't work. That's only an 8.
Yeah, I think you have the right idea, but unless you help Haiti pick up that very heavy and slightly charred, starting to smoke debris, y- basically it's the lifting of the object and then kind of like using the strength to smash it.
Sure. Okay. That's fine. I think in that case, Wu Ming's just gonna go. What are you doing with that huge, heavy thing? Book's having a hard time carrying us all.
Yeah, so now you roll plus harm to see what happens with the. And I'm going to add
If I roll
onto,
high, I'm gonna
and I'm gonna add another because you don't want to roll high. I'm gonna add another 1 to it, so you roll with a total bonus of 4.
What did you get?
wait. How much am I adding?
4.
What do you make?
No, Haiti, what did you get?
I'm adding the dice, right?
Yes.
11.
Okay. So
Why would you do this to me, dice? Why?
you pick 2 of the effects that'll happen. So you hurt someone nearby as well as your target, you make something about the situation worse, you lose control of your improvised weapon, you cause massive property damage, and your improvised weapon breaks. I'm gonna say, actually no, any of those are fine. But you pick 2 of those.
Yeah, they all are fucked up.
Hey, hurt me. Choose to hurt me. I get a special thing if I get hurt in a fight.
I love this. You're like, pick me, pick
Yeah,
me,
pick me. Yeah. You're gonna hurt Wooming.
Wait. Where is the okay? kitchen
So if you look up
map?
Carnane's thing, it should be right there, Mayhem.
Yeah, it's a lot of harm. By
it's
the way.
mayhem. Okay.
Yeah, it's that's probably the 3 harm version.
Yes, the 3 harm. That's why we had to establish how much harm it caused before.
All right. I guess I'll listen to my crush and just say that it'll hurt someone near me. That's 1. How many am I picking?
2. So you have to pick one more thing.
Okay. Well, I guess losing control will help me hurt someone nearby. I can combine, like, that'll work narratively.
So I'm gonna say, because you missed on your target, the target is now you. So you hurt yourself.
Jesus.
And Wooming.
Yeah, that means. Yeah.
How much?
It was too heavy.
How much harm do we take?
I'm gonna say you. It's 3 apiece.
Yep.
3
Reduced by
apiece.
armor, but 3 apiece.
Okay.
It does. You subtract your armor from it, but it is 3 harm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
I'm
fine.
a streamer. What armor do I have? Okay.
I'm unstable now.
I don't think you do, but yes, the summon is designed to kill people. It's very good at violence.
Okay.
Love it. Kind of.
Do we get like blasted off Boog, or like what is it?
Yeah,
What does this
I'm
look
gonna
like?
say. Okay, so you pick up this big debris, you have trouble wielding it, and you end up essentially kind of clotheslining yourself and
Oh God! Ow! Oh!
And I'll say Boog doesn't take any damage, but you are temporarily like restrained as you basically fall on your own debris.
Oh God. Okay. Do I have time to do like one more thing? Because I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't get to shoot anything. Okay. Wooming is going to just and like cough and like boo like fall into this debris. Haiti, what the hell was that?
Sorry.
It's okay. Just, stay down. And Wooming's gonna like grab Haiti and like bring you down as maybe like a firebolt, like from like a nearby mage, just like streaking over. Damn it. Okay, that's fine. From my vantage point here, Keeper, is there like a window or something where I can see the oil barrels from? I'm really attached to blowing up the agency.
All right,
oil barrels.
I will let you find exactly what you need. If you roll a sharp.
Okay. Can I use my luck point to make that an auto
Yes,
crit?
you may.
Okay, I will. I'm gonna.
I
play
mean,
with
the
fate. Let's
agency's
do
on
it.
fire. What worse
I don't
red
roll
tape
how
could
much
you
first,
have?
because you still get XP if you roll low and
That's
then
true.
spend the luck
Okay,
point.
I'm gonna. Good idea, Bashir. I'm just gonna roll just in case. That is a 1 and a 2. So that was a 3. I
So
will
are you
take
still
that
using?
XP.
Oh, you're gonna take the XP. You're not gonna.
You still get the XP if you spend luck, don't you? That you mentioned
Yeah.
that last time. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm just rolling to see if I rolled low, which I did. So I will be spending luck.
Okay. So we got another muscle up on our
Yes.
wonderful graphics. And yeah, there's gonna be some hell to pay after, especially
That's fine.
since yes, you see in a moment of brilliance like where you landed or where you're able to see the edge of that lead room, and you notice the doors open for some reason. I think
Oh, I
in the
love that.
last rush to deal with what happened in that park, they left the door unlocked. You have a
Okay.
direct line of sight to do what I think you're about to do.
That's beautiful. Wooming knocks an arrow, like freaking Hawkeye, like drawing a bead. It's like a shattered piece of like a window pane, like down a hallway through like an open crack of like a door, right? Like I'm in freaking Call of Duty headshotting someone from halfway across the map, and I like let this arrow fly.
All right, give me a kick ass, please.
Hell yes. Okay, that's a 3. How would you arbitrate this? Because I rolled a 3, I fumbled the die, got a 6, and I was like, yeah, I rolled it again and I got a 1. So should I keep the 6 or the 1?
It is.
Well, you rolled a 6, didn't you?
Yeah, you rolled.
I did. I fumbled it and I was like, and I
Yeah.
just sort of like rolled it
So
again.
you rolled a
Do I
3 and
get-
a 6.
Yeah,
So
you
Do I get
9.
to keep that? Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Yay. So that is a 9 total plus 1. That's a 10. It's tough.
Yeah. So, you're gonna, inflict. Okay, so on a 10, you get to choose an extra effect.
Okay, I'm gonna suffer less harm. That's
Yeah,
my extra effect.
that's probably a good idea. And I'm gonna say because of the debris,
Do we have cover, please?
I'm gonna say you get to roll with a +1 Haiti for essentially act under pressure, because you're gonna have to roll it to see whether like damage, because this is you're blowing an entire building up with this.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, so you take less damage. This thing blows up. I'm just gonna roll some. I'm gonna roll some 2d6 here. Let me just grab.
To see how much damage we take. Oh my god! What is this, D&D?
Okay, no, it's more off of everyone else in the area, just kind
Okay.
of
Ooh.
yeah. I'm not
They're
gonna
just
roll.
NPCs. It's fine.
Yeah.
I could
The
take it. How much do we
agency-
take?
The agency that you work for, you just blew up everybody there. I mean, the mages, yeah, you get them, but there's also a lot of agents in and outside
my
the
God.
building.
Oh crap!
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Wait, the consequences of my actions. No!
No.
Wow.
You're probably not going to have a job after this.
That's fine. Do I kill my friends? I was specifically trying not to kill them.
You're blowing up a building. What
You're
did you
building
expect?
up a blitz building.
True. That's true. I was trying to blow it up like in a specific area,
Wow.
targeted only on the mages. Oh my god. If I spend another luck point, Mariam, can I spare the mages? Can I spare not the mages? Jesus, please no. Can I spare the agents and only hit the mages? The agents can be a little roughed up, but I only want the people who to be like really devastated to be the mages.
Yeah, you're still not going to have a job after it, but sure, I'll let you use
That's
up another
fine.
luck point.
Okay, yes. I just want to make sure I don't kill anyone innocent in this.
Okay, in a twist of fate, these barrels somehow with the physics and, action movie physics, seem to kind of blow in a very particular direction. Every person there is knocked unconscious, but you'd think that aside from some debris and maybe, some healing or whatever, you'd think most of the people outside of the agency probably okay. Whoever's in there, we'll see who's actually in there later on in an epilogue, because we're not going to get to them at this point. Yeah, those dozens of robes, you see them fall to the ground like flies, one by one. In terms of damage, I said it was going to be 5 damage total, 5 harm total, as a reduced from the debris and everything that is there. You only take 3 more harm with armor reduction and everything. Like, reduce your armor from that.
Okay, that is 2 for me, which brings me up to 6 out of 7 total. And
Yeah.
I'm unstable. Are you alive, Haiti?
Let me see. I've never been this close to being unstable before, so I'm not sure how.
Nira,
words.
You are sort of like, I feel like you have a bond to everyone in this Hunters, right? Just sort of like, feelings.
Yeah.
You feel two of your sort of closest friends really, like, you feel that pain. You think they're in trouble. You can choose to continue down to the ritual, or you can go check on your friends. You have voice stones.
Yeah, I think Nira's gonna stop, and I don't. She's probably like in the middle of the woods or something.
You're still
like-
in the city limits. Like, you could
Okay.
easily get there in a couple of minutes.
And I think she's gonna tap her ear, and she's like, "Haiti, Wuming, what's going on?"
And you hear the explosion off in the distance.
Just gonna turn
Like a
and start running back.
fireball.
Yeah. Because I think Nira is directionally challenged, but she knows where the agency is
Yeah.
in direction of where they ran off.
Giant plume of fire.
Yeah.
Which always helps.
Like, there is several fires in the city, but none of them ever was like a big, it's kind of like, okay, everything's on fire, we got to stop the ritual, those are not important. And then you hear and see this kind of like fireball mushroom coming up in the agency's direction.
Yeah, I think she's gonna just start running back, and she's like, I think I'm doing this right, and it's like coming in and out because she keeps tapping because she doesn't know exactly to hold it down. I'm on my way.
You can hear her perfectly fine. You want to answer.
Gods. Nira, is that you?
I'm almost there.
I did a bad thing. I think I panicked. There were just so many mages, I had to take them all out, but I think everyone's okay. Looking around, Keeper, do I see like dead mages? Like, are there mages like fully dead?
Oh yeah,
like,
they're
blasted
crispy.
apart?
They're crispy.
Okay,
There's like smoke
crispy.
rising from each one.
Wow.
Okay, but I see felled agents nearby too, but they don't look crispy.
They look like they got like concussive, like they saw what was going to happen and had a moment to kind of like run, so they got knocked, like they're not facing the agency, and they got knocked onto their like
Perfect.
their faces, and
That's
they're
fine. Maybe a
face
few broken
down.
legs.
Yeah,
okay, that's
they're
fine,
all
but not
face
dead.
down.
Okay.
Probably some nasty cuts and bruises, but nothing that nothing that would kill them.
Okay, that's totally fine. Wu Ming's just gonna. Haiti and I were conscious. We're alive. I think. Hey, Haiti, and Wu Ming's gonna like try to like turn Haiti over like in the middle of the rubble.
I think. Yeah, Hades' eyes are like closed. They're breathing, but like they're just tuckered out. They have never felt this kind of pain before in their life. Like this is
Oh yeah.
just like,
Hey.
yeah, I'm here.
Hey, hang in there. Hey. Don't go to sleep, okay? Hey, stay with me. And I'm gonna try to use the medic move if I have time for that before Nira gets here.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay, oh god, okay. Please do not miss, because on a miss I cause 1 extra harm, and I think that would literally kill you. So
Actually, no, it would force you to use your luck point, because anytime you would go basically to dead, you use a luck point instead.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, it's basically, it gets really, really clutch if you do not have any more luck points, because then you're doomed. And
Oh, gotcha.
okay, I got a 9, so I'm gonna choose to heal 2 harm with that. And I think I'm just like taking out this first aid kit, like I'm bandaging, I'm like taking out these, I'm sterilizing like any like burn marks on you, like with like this, like maybe like this little packet of like alcohol. I like take a swig and then I'm like, all right, this is gonna sting, but just stay still. And I like dab it over your burns. Hey, you're okay. And I'm gonna put some gauze on it, and like wrap it up. I removed some shrapnel like from your body, I mean, we were in the middle of like a building exploding, right? So I'm assuming it's pretty damn bad. I'm also real. I'm real fucked up. I'm just covered in blood, and like, and I like take out the shrapnel. I apply pressure. You know, I'm doing the first aid thing. So that's how you remove 2 harm.
Okay, Nira, you approach as we cut to Carnane. And you are now near the house, and you see the 3 or 4 mages circling above, essentially being sentry to make sure. And you know there are 2 more inside, and you hear on your group chat, it's like, "Are you okay?" Like you hear that entire conversation that was done. You know somewhere off, and you see that mushroom of explosion and everything. So you are somewhat appraised of everything, that you know that your friends are hurt somewhere, and that the agency, that mushroom cloud of smoke and fire, that is the agency.
That's not ideal, but I sent the mini-me's off with Nira. I've got to trust them for now. I'm basically trying to like use the fact that they're in the air and cities are pretty crowded and like have.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like kind of dash in between the sentries and sneak into the house without the sentries seeing.
Yeah, I would say act under pressure unless you have an ability that just lets you do it.
No, tragically, I don't have any stealth abilities.
Yeah. So then you would act under pressure to kind of like slip in, you know.
Okay, that is a 7 plus 0, 7. Just 7 flat.
All right. Yeah. So you are. I'm gonna say that you get to do it. But if you do, you are, you get to do what you need to do, but, you are going to, lose some very important time, and you're not sure how Salim is gonna fare if you, sneak in. Like, take your time sneaking in.
Cowabunga it is. Yeah, I'll just rush in. If that's going to take too long, screw it. They can see me.
All right, and I think on that, we're going to take a quick break and see how that happens, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Just take a quick break, and we will see y'all in 5. welcome back to Kahaaniyaan. Whoo boys, lots of stuff happened. The agency is now a big crater, and two of our hunters are quite wounded. And however, Nira is heading towards them. And Karnane, you go in. You basically go cowabunga and enter this place that is kind of smoking. Fire wisps are coming out, and there are 4 mages outside. Everybody is aware as much as they can. Like, if you said what you're doing, and I will give you the opportunity to share what you're doing in the voice stone, they know about it, but you haven't, so I don't want to assume that you have.
I think just saving Salim, I'll be there soon. And he's not saying like details of what he is doing, because then they might do something stupid, like try to come and save him when they're clearly in trouble, which they don't need that stress. He's got this. Hubris,
okay.
never heard of him.
Okay, so with your Kawabunga move, what are you doing?
I'm just basically rushing into the house to try to get there before the mages can like prepare a spell and cast it, since it takes it's taken a little bit in our previous fights with them. So that if they want to come after me, they will have to come into the house that they set on fire.
All right. So I will say that the door is closed, and I'm saying you can just smash it down. You're just super strong. So are you just gonna smash it down, and like, are you going in essentially?
Yeah, I'm going in and just smashing it down.
All right. Yeah, so then you smash it down. You see these 2 mages. One is sort of essentially firing birding the legs, and the other one's just kind of like throwing water on it to then do it again. And they turn and stare at you. I will say that for doing that reckless, you do get essentially a bit of a surprise of like what is going on. So if you would like to do one more thing, you may, before I tell you what everyone else is doing.
Hey buddies, heard you were looking for me, and then I'm going to stab one of them.
All right, kick some ass.
Yes, I'm going to kick some ass. All right. That is 6, 9, 12, because I have 3 top. And there's +1 forward for the one-liner.
Yes.
I'm going to
and another +1 from that information you did from a previous kind of just using your summoner senses.
Yep. So that is 13. They are so yeah, that is 13, and my next act, or someone's next action, is going to have a +1. I'm going to choose do double harm, so this is 8 harm into the fire mage.
Yeah.
Magic and messy, which
yeah. So you, because you didn't get, I don't think you get to, because you didn't pick essentially suffer less harm. We'll deal with that momentarily, but yeah, please describe how you eviscerate. Not too graphically, but just, you know.
Yeah, like the arm that's like had all the skin melt off it is now this weird insectoid limb, kind of rears back and grows into this massive like spike of insectal limbs, and then kind of just shoots off screen past the water mage and Salim. And we don't see what happens to the fire mage. There's just kind of the shadow and like a splatter, and then it retracts. And like it retracts, and he goes, I think goes, Salim, can you move? After I finish with the other one.
And sort of just is like, I'm tied up, so I don't know, but my feet hurt. And is just kind of screaming, and the retaliatory harm that you take is so you basically, the fire mage is out, right? You were aiming.
That was 8 harm. Yep.
So the water mage turns around and sort of like is going to essentially sort of get up this chill and try to freeze you. And you feel yourself slowing down a little bit. And you take 2 damage. 2
All
harm.
right. Ignoring armor, reducing armor, or just 2 damage?
It is no, your armor would apply.
Okay, I take no damage.
Okay, you still are slowed
yeah.
down by this, and
All right.
you see the other 4 start to come, like, get in through the big Kool-Aid manhole you created as you just went through the door. They are going to essentially work together and try to restrain you. So they are I'm trying to figure out how to resolve this. I'm gonna say that's basically what they do. That is, and they are whipping around, and I will allow you an act under pressure to, after they do all of this, to essentially try to get out of it. But they do, and they say, you hear, it's like, as they kind of like use little tendrils of their elemental magic that is there. It seems to be various, like, fire and water and earth, and kind of like hold your feet down and sort of like have these chains of fire, water, and wind kind of like cocoon you like a mummy. And they say, find the book. And the water mage that had basically sort of retaliatory did some damage goes off into Salim's room and your room to go search for it.
Are any of them defilers?
No, none of them are defilers.
Okay, so I cannot actually negotiate with them at the moment.
They look like they were basically sort of minions. It's like, just grab this, like, young dropout novice. And I will say that you've heard Salim continuously kind of talk about this one that got away, and just like, I would do anything to impress her, to prove how good I am, and essentially why you came into being. And as the place gets trashed, you've never actually seen a picture of said girlfriend. And in front of you, as you're being cocooned, you see a picture of him in this kind of really awkward, like, trying to be super cool and whatever, and a picture of someone very, very familiar that you've encountered recently, Rouge.
All right, Salim, we're going to need to talk about your tastes in a moment, but yeah, bigger problems at the moment.
So to be able to do whatever you would like to do, you would need to act under pressure first.
All right. So I'm acting under pressure. I'm basically trying to, like, jump out of these, and because this place is already on fire and, like, starting to come apart, I'm trying to basically bring the house down, grab Salim, and protect him as we get out. While they have to deal with, congratulations, the house you set on fire is collapsing on you. Have fun. Each of you have, like, one of you has magic useful for this. And so that would be act under pressure first.
Yes.
That is 3 and 4. That is a 7.
Yeah. So, you can essentially kind of, like, I will say, like, do just brute force it and break out. If you do, you might really hurt Salim. And Salim's not doing too good because he's right next to you. Or you can take some time and break the wards one by one carefully.
I will take a bit of time and break them one by one carefully, and then go through with the next part of the plan.
Okay. We're gonna quickly jump over as you take some time to break the bonds, and Nira, you have approached the smoking crater of the agency.
Yeah, I think Nira's actually pulled her scarf up around her face and like to block out some of the smoke because water, smoke, fire don't mix too well. Doesn't mix at all. And she's gonna be yelling out like, Wu Ming, Haiti, where are y'all? And start like running through trying to like go through the debris.
Do we hear Nira?
Yeah, clearly. I'd say you were just about to get out of the debris that you are under yourselves.
I think Wu Ming maybe has like Haiti like slung over like her shoulders, like with one arm like over Wu Ming's shoulders, if that's okay with you, Haiti.
Oh, yeah, but I think Katie's complaining like, you're the one who bandaged me up here. Switch, and kind of tries to fight.
I'm fine. Stop
No!
fighting me. I'm
Shut up.
okay.
Shut
Don't-
up.
I think Nira hears it arguing and like
Yeah.
is able to like, oh thank goodness y'all are fine. What happened here?
I blew up a building. I blew up the agency.
Oh.
I failed to lift a lamppost.
Oh.
Those are of about equal severity.
Oh gosh, y'all look awful. Hold on. And I think with that, she's gonna take both of their hands. And can I do a lay on hands but make a big magic, please?
Yes, you may.
So what do I roll for big magic? Gotta pull that up. Big magic. Oh, it's just regular magic, but make it big, right?
Yes. Usually there's requirements. I'm gonna say that if you succeed, you will essentially do the equivalent of like do it for both of them equal measure, and the effect will be doubled. However, if anyone takes harm, that will stay the same. But it will be applied equally.
Yeah. Do you want me to use my lay on hand stat? Was it just plus cool?
It's
or do
weird.
You want me to use plus weird?
Unless lay on hand specifically says you.
Yeah, it's lay on hands as plus as with cool. That's what I was asking you.
Yeah,
Do you want me to do plus
You
cool or
you can use cool for this.
Excellent. That's a +2. Okay, dice. Okay, dice. We're gonna do fine. We're gonna do great.
You always have luck if you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do luck because that was just let me just. So I'm gonna spend some luck.
Yeah. So
just gonna spend that luck right now. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And take my experience. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so you just as a quick because you may you have 2 more luck points left, Nira. And Wu Ming, you have 3 more left. Carnane, you have 3 more left as well. And Haiti, you have 5 left. But yes, so I believe that's 4 harm. 4 heal.
4 heal for both of them?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Describe how you heal them.
So I think as she's like overcome with emotions that she, it's usually just like light like more controlled. Just everything's just so much right now for her that she just sort of inhales deeply as she's like holding on to both of like their arms gently because they're like, so it's like the outer arms, not the inner arms that are like strangling, wrestling to like help each other out. It's just like this cooling, refreshing sensation, like tiger's balm almost, like that tingly, mentally sort of feel.
Mm-hmm.
She just inhales deeply and her eyes go white and she just lets it all out at once. Like all emotions, no control, good times.
So that was, we were healing for 4 harm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Wu Ming looks as like this like harm just like sort of like erases off of her body. So it's only just like bruises, some scrapes, maybe, like cool looking blood on her face, but that's it. Like not like the broken, shattered rib and the charred, almost, she was just on the literal edge of death. So you brought her back. Nira, thank you. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I wasn't thinking. I just saw those mages and I saw red and Haiti. Wooming turns to you, Haiti. Maybe like as the harm is sort of like disappearing from your body. Haiti, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Damn it, I was rash again and I put people that I care about into danger and I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Because
you didn't. It was me. I thought I could control what I did with, like what happened at the clothing store with Tim Tim, and it backfired. And I clotheslined both of us instead. I know you don't. This was your place of work. You used to love it. This was yours, and I didn't help at all. And then Nira had to come in and save. Like, you don't have to apologize.
No, I do. I recklessly endangered both of our lives, and I almost lost you. I'm so. And I think Wu-Ming hugs Haiti, gives Haiti a hug.
Like Haiti was just like in their own funky, like in their own mess, but like is just shocked because Wu-Ming doesn't do this if at all. But is just shocked, but like, just feels warmth and safe. So they hug back tentatively, like is this real? But hugs back.
Wu-Ming like wraps you up in a deeper hug, and
I love big hugs.
It's a big
That was me
soft,
as a player.
like, oh yeah, also me as a player. Like I'm into the scene. Connie's like, yes.
And you hear. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, Wu-Ming as she's hugging Haiti, like sort of looks over Haiti's head at Nira, the ritual site.
I think as you're looking over, Nira's still like in like her magic trance. Because it's big magic. It's going to take a while to cool down. And I think as you're looking, like you say her name, and that's when she sort of like shakes her head and her eyes go back to yellow instead of being like all white. And her hair stops doing the floating up thing. Because like, and she's like, how are y'all feeling?
Much better, thanks to you. Wow. Hey, you didn't take our harm this time, did you? You're not secretly bruised and charred all over?
Takes a moment, touches herself, like pats herself down, touches that area of the rib. She's like, that was from before this.
Good. Hey, you come here too. And Wu-Ming is gonna pull Nira in for a hug as well.
Easy on the ribs. Okay.
Yeah, like above the ribs, above board.
and you see Wu-Ming and everybody else who's facing in a similar direction. You hear squawking, and you see Tim Tim trying to ride Boog.
Oh my god.
And Boog is just like having none of it. And the ruckus is starting to wake up some of the agents who were knocked unconscious. So it's up to you if you want to stick around with the agents waking up and explain what exactly happened. They probably did see you shoot that arrow.
Run.
Yeah, maybe. I think Wu-Ming's like, Carnane? No, he's right. And is gonna just be like, all right, let's get out of here. Let's go to the ritual site, Nira and Haiti and Tim Tim. I'm glad you're okay.
You haven't heard from Carnane in a while.
maybe tap the rock. Karnane, Wooming says as she like gets on Boog and like motions to like help Haiti and Nira up.
It is hands free.
Oh, great! I thought it was okay. Great.
Sorry, I said we could tap it, but
Yeah.
I thought it was like cool. To,
Oh,
like,
no,
tap
no,
it
no.
on,
You
tap
can,
it off.
yeah, you can tap it on, tap it off, but it's like you could also, we will say for, you know, for any sort of like, if you would like to, that it was tapped on and never tapped off. So
Okay, sure.
running commentary.
Sure.
Okay, open mic, not push
Yeah.
to talk. Okay. Karnane, you there?
Is this where we cut back to Karnane?
Yep.
So I think if we could have the like whispered run over the thing be canon, we cut back to the context of it, which is him getting like working his way through the bindings and like just kind of it's louder on this side and only caught as a whisper as he like the skin's more or less gone and you can see this enormous insectoid monster with far too many legs beginning to pull its way out of the binding and out of the human skin he's been wearing human disguise. It is not someone's skin that he's been wearing the entire time, just this bright red carapace and too many jaws and too many teeth and enormous pointed limbs as he pulls his way out and looks at the mages and kind of just growls, run at them. And then instead of pouncing at them, he basically is moving to grab Celine.
Yeah. As they were basically trying to kind of keep you bound and failing horribly as you slowly unwork these enchantments that are binding you, you see that mage coming out with a very old, heavy tome that you know is the tome that you were summoned from, and says, "Found it," as you break your bindings.
Oh, in that case, instead, I'm going to say, "Thank you," and stab him too.
Yeah, kick some ass.
Okay, that is 4 plus 3, 7 plus 1 for my thing, 8. I will spend the luck point to make this a full success, like 12 plus, learn my true name, and deal 8 harm to him as well.
Yeah. All right. Let me quickly. So, as you see the book, the tome, everything clicks into place, and I will actually let you pick your true name. So, as you see it, yeah. What is your true name?
Give me a moment. I thought you had something in mind, so I had not. Let's see.
Okay, we're gonna quickly go back while you pick a name. And yeah, you hear the run, and then thank you. How do y'all respond to that? As well as, you know, the whole Tim trying to ride Boog and causing a ruckus.
I think, well, Katie hears the thank you and is just like, "You're welcome, Karnane."
Since you said Nira's connected to everybody on like some sort of like wavelength, what can I get a vibe of like what I'm getting from?
You can do the same thing that Karnane had done earlier, which is sort of like with the bond, perhaps perceive through their senses momentarily. And that would be, well, you roll a weird roll, and if you succeed, you will get some, you will get to see through their eyes, either clearly or hazily, depending on the success. If you fail, you get overwhelmed with emotion, and you will take 1 harm.
You know what? Let's go for it. All right, this is my third set of dice now. Better. Oh, so much better. That is a... Wait, that's a 6. Nope, that's a 1. Never mind, I lied. 5, 6, 7.
7.
I forgot this is a 1, not a
5.
Wow.
Not a
That's
6.
so good.
Okay, so you sort of pull on that bond because you haven't heard, and then you hear the run, and then thank you. And you go through that bond, and you basically temporarily, for like a fraction, see what's happening. It's kind of hazy. It's like, as if the fire and smoke from here and the fire and smoke happening there is clouding your eyesight. But you are somehow now, I would say, a couple of inches taller than it would expect Carnane to be. And you kind of see just like, when you kind of look down and you just see like hands or something instead of hands, there's like, it doesn't look like Carnane at all. And there's and you see a mage holding a old tome that gives you some bad vibes.
Oh no.
And that's all you get.
Oh gosh.
How you interpret it is up to you.
I think Nira stops, like, I don't even know if she's like hopping on the boog or if she's gonna like be like running beside it. And she's like, we need to go to Salim's.
Okay.
Just fair warning. Cornine evolved.
What? How do you know this?
That mean?
I don't know. Something tells me something's not right over there. So
Carnane, come in. Carnane, can you hear us?
I think based on that roll, I think there are chewing noises on the other end.
Do you have a name?
Yes,
You can also...
I do.
Okay.
Al-Mushtaq, which, if I have my Arabic conjugation right, is roughly like one who yearns. One
Okay.
who's always yearning.
Yeah, so
in
in chat, just
Yeah, please.
you hear it clicks into place, you know your true name, you say thank you, and then what is you please tell me how you basically take care of the person holding this book.
I think like it's another one of those discretion shots where you see the jaws just lunge forward and then kind of just
shadow
retract.
puppetry.
Yeah, and a lot of chewing sounds as he returns, like as he pulls back with the book in his hand and like a shoe falling from his mouth.
Yeah, you just hear chewing noises. And at this point, the 4 mages that are there, they're not paid enough to be here.
Yeah.
They're gonna flee. You can either let them flee or you may choose to do something.
Let them flee. I'm going to be, at this point, cutting Salim free and trying to fit myself, like trying to start growing a human shell again, basically. Probably too slowly.
So I'm gonna say at this point, whatever combat or things that were going on have been handled, and you all meet. It is up to you, and I'll allow you to decide how transformed you are when everybody else arrives.
I think like I've got Salim out of the building, and he's got he's still too big, like too many arms and legs, but his head to like his shoulders roughly is more or less back to being Carnane. It's kind of flesh is slowly knitting itself back down around him, but it is very clear that he was like twice his normal height in there for a bit.
That is what you see as you arrive. The house is still smoking, and fire is gonna break out if y'all don't figure out a way to stop the fire. You could let the house burn. I mean, it's not the greatest. It's kind of in a student / not so great part of town where rent is not great.
Well, the good news is I imagine rent around the agency HQ has just dropped precipitously.
Yeah.
But you see the house smoldering, smoking, and there's fires sort of catching in the places on the edges.
Okay. Wu Ming hops off Boog as soon as Boog like lands, and it's just sort of like raises a hand and coughs against the smoke that's like billowing off of this house, and just shouts, "Carnane! Salim! Anyone!"
And I think Carnane kind of steps out of the fire with like Salim kind of safely in hand. And
Is it
puts
like
them down.
damsel, kind of just like?
Yes, it is 100% like bridal carrying Salim in like 5 long spider legs, and like lowers him to the ground and is trying to compress himself back into his human suit as he just kind of coughs and waves the book. Just goes, it's handled. Nira, if you could, sorry, vocal cords don't exist at the moment. If you could deal with the fire before everything burns down.
Of course. And I Nira looks at, like, just does one, like, just takes in the new form, acknowledges it, and then just goes to work. Because she realizes this is gonna be a talk later. This is good. I don't have time right now.
Yeah, so it's just use magic to just put the house out.
Yeah. What is with my dice rolls?
They demand blood.
Fuck.
What happened?
God. Fuck. I rolled a 5.
Well, mark experience.
You know, it's 6 altogether, so I don't know. I don't think anybody can help me with magic, so I'll just take my experience. And...
There is a floating +1 forward if no one has used that yet from my earlier one-liner. Yes.
Yeah.
Run and I had a couple of one-liners while I was eating people and while I was committing huge amounts of murder.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
That puts you at a 7.
God damn, fucking dice! I fucking swear, it's just. All right, so I do a magic. It works imperfectly. Choose your effect and the glitch. So.
I choose the glitch. You choose the effect.
Yeah. I'm going to just do one thing that's beyond human limitations by, like, controlling water and putting out the fire?
Yep. You have flooded the nearby houses.
You know what? I'd rather than be flooded than burned down. That's easier to repair. You just came off this big magic of saving everyone. It's really hard to kind of like turn. I don't have any
off.
control right now. I don't. It's just you get all or none.
Everyone, including the current party, no harm. Just for comedic effect, you are all drenched like a wet t-shirt contest drenched.
Okay.
Thanks, Nira.
Everybody needed to chill out, apparently.
Carnane, what is that?
This is me.
Is it?
Well, I'm trying to make it not be me. In a moment, I'm gonna need a bit to finish that. Well, this is always me. Like he points towards like the face and to his shoulders. This was kind of always something I made because it's hard to interact with people when you are a 10-foot tall insect monster with like 6 mandibles, and a dozen limbs.
And while
this is
while Carnane was explaining that, like, Hades' butterfly is definitely like rotating at like as this explanation of like of Carnane.
Carnane like tries to give a thumbs up for the camera. It does not. It's not reassuring. It's not. You
can see Hades. No, don't do it. Nope.
Limbs kind of just go back down, continue trying to compress. So there was a lot of magic in there, and kind of had issue. It was very inconvenient to be humanish. You're all very small and kind of squishy, which, no offense intended, not great.
Taken.
Nira says something about you being fundamentally changed or something. Carnane, what is happening?
Oh, we should get to the stepwell really quickly. because even if they don't get their thing done in time, Mines is on its way. And if we want any choice in what's happening next, we're gonna need to keep moving.
Okay, got it. Maybe as like this water sort of like maybe like makes the ground a bit muddy. Umi's gonna pick up her boots. All right. Then I guess there's no time to waste. Let's get to the stepwell. Kahaaniyaan, can you get there yourself? I don't know if Boot can carry all of us.
I should be able to. There may be some panic, but
And as you say that, suddenly you see all around you, and as far as your eye can see, any source of fire or firelight wink off one by one until there's utter darkness everywhere and around
For as far as we can see.
for as far as you can see.
Is
And
it's nighttime, isn't it?
it is nighttime, and Nira,
Cool.
you feel a sort of emptiness that you cannot describe. It's like, you know how all the elements are in harmony? It's like fire doesn't exist anymore.
Oh no.
The ritual has begun and truly begun. You're not sure what's going to happen if you don't go there soon, as it seems like each element is being siphoned. And with that, we'll continue next episode.
Yes.
Fucking knew. I was like, that's a cliffhanger, isn't it? We're not gonna get to do anything about it, are we?
The way Mariam was just like, and then you can hear the. I'm like, oh shit, this is
Nope.
it. This
Yeah,
Is
like,
it? Is
Nope.
it?
We're not gonna do anything. This is...
Oh my god.
All right, before we end tonight, let's go quickly around the table and tell us who you are and where we can find you in the world, I guess, or the internet, or what have you. Let us start with Morgan.
Hello, I'm Morgan. I played Nira the Divine, aka the Demi-Elemental with water, and currently in over her head. You can find me on all the socials at Serena Besos. That's SIRENABESOS. You can find me this Friday with on Hunter's Entertainment, designing kids in capes. It will be episode 5. Come join us as you can just watch us put our heads together and try to figure out design stuff for the kids on bikes, new edition of Kids in Capes. Everything else, I do a lot more stuff. Just follow me on my socials. Yeah. Bashir.
Hey, I am Bashir Gauss. I play Qarnayn, or as we have just learned, Al-Mushtaq. I am a freelance writer, game designer, and cultural consultant in the TTRPG community. You can find my work with Paizo, Kobold Press, Rowan Rook and Deckard, and many other companies in the industry. You can find my independent work at havocfet.it.io or by looking up Bashir Gauss on DM's Guild. And you can find my Twitter at Bashir Gauss. My pronouns are he, him, and Kupo.
Okay. Hi, my name is Gemma, but I go by on the interwebs by Kupo. You can find me on Twitter at KupoKnight, KUP0KNIGHT. I tend to stream on my own Twitch channel, Kupo_Night. And you can find me here every other Sundays. Well, not every other, well, the last one on, was it the 22nd? Have we just, yes, on the 22nd, please come back and see if we actually get to save the world. But you can catch me every Sundays at noon Pacific Standard at the All Nerds Here Twitch channel, where I play Animon Story. And it's a game about kids and their monster friends evolving to overcome diversity. And I get to play, like, so if you're a fan of Digimon or Pokemon or any of those like cool friendship type of stories, please come on over every Sundays. We'll be playing that. Totally fun times. And oh yeah, and today I played Haiti, the Snoop in this, I played the Snoop playbook, and I was basically the Snoop who was trying to handle their crush during an apocalypse and failing miserably.
I guess that leaves me as the final player. Hi everyone, I'm Connie, pronounced they, he, and she. You can find me on Twitter, Patreon, and itch at Connie ByConniechang, ByConniechang. In the TTRPG sphere, I am professional GM, button game designer, a performer, and on-stream actual play GM as well. I plug Transplanar RPG a whole bunch, which is the off-trans POC-led TTRPG weekly stream I do that uses D&D 5th edition. But I'm going to use the outro to plug something else, which is God Killer RPG, which is a one-player, one-GM PBTA holy punk hack that I'm currently writing, where the one player plays the God Killer and the one GM plays God. It's a lot of fun. It's very, gritty, very leftist, I would say. Keep your eyes peeled for the quick start document coming out very soon. And give me a follow on Connie-Chang on Twitter for more updates about God Killer. With that, I'll pass things back to our wonderful keeper, Mariam.
Thank you. Before I plug myself, I'm going to quickly plug our wonderful character art artist, Ashwarya, who did all this wonderful art that we have. If you would like to commission her for work, please do. You can, her Twitter's in the chat, and if you're watching this as a VOD, in our video description. So please go give her some love. As for myself, you can find me here every alternate Sundays. We are now heading towards our finale for season 2. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen. I am also a co-host along with my wonderful co-hosts Kristen and Jeremy. We're part of their Super Geek, which is alternate Thursdays, and we essentially do one-shot actual plays and feature gender marginalized GMs. So that's on the Misdirected Mark Twitch. So please, if you're interested, watch us there on Thursdays. And I also write and stuff. And if you just want to just check out what I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitter at media_junkie. And with that, we are going to switch over to our end screen pretty soon. If you can just wait a couple of moments, we are going to go raid Q times. So go give them some love. And with that, we will be back in 2 weeks, which are with our finale. All right. Good night, everybody.